Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we have three-time Super Bowl champion, recurring guest Willie McGinest, talking about NFL coming back, Tom Brady with the Bucs, Cam Newton in New England. We also have Dungeons and Dragons. We continue our quest, our adventure. No spoilers. But if you don't like Billy football, you will love this episode. Ultimate satisfaction. We have Hot Seat Cool Throne, a little bubble talk, and we're brought to you by our friends at the Cash App. Pardon My Take is always brought to you by the Cash App. Not only is it the easiest place to send money to your friends, it's the safest. Also, huge news, the Cash App has just signed on to Bubba Wallace's team, so they're gonna have maybe see a green race car coming soon. Everyone can check out the Cash App. So welcome to the family, Bubba Wallace, the Cash App family. You'll love it here. The Cash App is the best app in the world. It is our favorite app in the world. It's the number one social distancing app in the world. And guess what? Cash is gone. No more cash. Don't use cash. Use the Cash App. It's the best way to go about your business. And of course, when you download the Cash App, enter the referral code BARSTOOL, you'll receive $10, and $10 go to the ASPCA. Use that $10, buy yourself something nice. Buy yourself some new shoes if you're Billy. Throw it towards that. I don't know. Buy yourself a better attitude if you're Billy. Buy yourself a non-alcoholic beverage if you're Billy. Buy yourself a lot of things with those $10, and $10 goes to ASPCA. Download the Cash App from the App Store, Google Play Store today, and get involved with the Cash App. Okay, let's go.
Boy! Boy! Now in the street there is violence, and a lot of work to be done. No place to hang out or washing. And then I can't blame all on the sun. Oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue.
My Take, presented by Barstool Sports. Welcome to Pardon My Take, presented by the Cash App. Go download it right now. Use code BARSTOOL. You get $10 for free. $10 to ASPCA. Today is Wednesday, July 15th. Fuck, man, it's July 15th.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, it's tax day.
Yeah, it is tax day.
Shit, extension.
I put that shit in the mail.
Verbally
Yep,
declare an extension. That's all you have to do, right?
I'm getting nervous that it's July 15th. Not going to lie.
Why?
I don't know. NFL should be here soon. We should be right before training camp. I'm going to be positive. I'm trying to be more positive. But I feel like this next week and a half, 2 weeks is going to be make or break for the next 6 months to a year. We have baseball hopefully starting next Thursday, basketball, bubbles going, scrimmages about to start, hockey, and then training camp. If these can go off without a hitch, I think we're back. I think we get sports back.
So at the very least, I think that the NFL is going to happen. I think that it is. I think they're going to make out a way to find it. The only thing where I'm like,
knock on wood,
I'm like, maybe not.
Knock on our Wayfair cabinet with a child inside.
Oh no, disavow.
Okay.
Let me out.
Well, we disavow that. Yes, of course.
But there's so much cool stuff happening in the NFL where it seems like we're not going to have it. Like we're being kind of like all this awesome storylines are being dangled in front of us. I feel like it's too good to happen. I hope that I'm wrong. You know, Hank's been going through it with Tom Brady in Tampa Bay, Cam Newton in New England. The Redskins are changing their name, hopefully, to the Red Wolves. Dan Snyder, if you're listening, the Red Wolves is the way to go for this. There's so much cool shit happening.
Mitch Trubisky's a 75 in the new Madden.
Insane. Just insane
stuff. That's not that bad.
Uh-huh.
He was 79 last year.
God damn. I just feel like we're being set up. I feel like this is about to be the biggest okie doke of all time.
We're good. We have the bubble is going. We have the snitch phone is working. Shams and Shefty are now taking over all reports. The snitch phone is working. We had a Kings player break the line for seamless and then get busted, which I actually think it's worth it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Depending on what you're ordering.
No, anything.
Right.
Like, if you order seamless and it doesn't come to you, you have to go meet them there.
Right.
There's no, you feel like you're leaving the guy out to dry if he's just standing there with your order.
Right.
It'd be actually irresponsible for you to not go meet him.
So that's happening. Everything feels like, come on, let's go, guys. It's
snitch-
just July 15th is, we are balls deep in summer. It doesn't feel like that.
The snitching is actually getting pretty hilarious right now.
Yes.
Because there are players that are reporting on other players for breaking quarantine, and I can see their point. If you're going to be playing a team in the playoffs and you see, hypothetically, James Harden walking his way across campus to get a lap dance on the east side when you know that he should be in his hotel room getting a lap dance in his room, I would immediately pick up that phone. I would deputize myself on the spot as a Karen.
Yeah. Just knock out some of your competition. Russell Westbrook has... I have O'Reilly for that.
Okay, go.
Russell Westbrook has coronavirus. Good thing he can't pass to his teammates.
Oh, that is pretty good. Yeah, that's good.
I don't know.
Good thing he's not...
It doesn't pass
to
his teammates.
Good thing he's alienated all of his teammates, so there's
1.2.
no one to pass to.
Right. And then some nerd's going to be like, dude, he actually has like 10 assists a game. That's a fucking fraud triple-double that he averaged that year.
James Harden...
Harden can pass.
James Harden was late getting to the bubble. That's weird because he likes to travel so much.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's not travel, dude. It's fucking gather.
It's a crab dribble.
It's a gather step.
I had an idea, though, about how the NBA could kind of police this because you run into a weird area when you're asking players to narc on their opponents, their potential opponents, people that could knock their teams out of the playoffs. They should just round up an all-star team of Karens. Just like Barbecue Becky. What's the difference between a Becky and a Karen? I feel like a Becky fucks. A Karen fucked 20 years ago. A Karen is like an older Becky.
Yes.
But you get all the Karens together. They wear a uniform of like a Bebe shirt. They've got their like super tan husbands behind them, kind of having their back, but not really. Like just dispatch all the big Karens that you've seen online for the last 2 months. Put them all down in Orlando monitoring the situation.
Have them just narc on everyone?
Yeah.
So like have a team actually hire that. Like the Lakers should hire their own, it's almost like a SWAT team they bring in. To just watch everyone else.
I like that. So the league could hire a SWAT team to bring in.
No,
but if a team's smart,
specifically,
they get their own security.
Right.
Yes, I like that a lot.
I bet you Daryl Morey's already figured this out, like the advanced analytics of knocking off one of your opponents every 2 weeks for coronavirus allegations.
Oh, okay. So you're not talking about policing your own team. You're saying like private investigators.
Getting everyone else out.
Yes,
yeah,
I like that a lot.
We got a big series coming up against the Bucs. Mm-hmm. We got to stick a Karen on Giannis's ass to make sure that he doesn't do anything improper.
What happened to all the golf fans out there that are no longer allowed to call in rules violations at the U.S. Open? They're just sitting around with their thumbs up their asses. They're looking for jobs.
Speaking of golf, our guy Brooks going up against Tiger and Rory is their threesome on the sixth major. What's it called? The sixth major? Mm-hmm. What is it called, Jake? Travelers? It's a Memorial. I think, not to put pressure on Brooks, but I expect a very good Thursday and Friday from him.
He rises
up against those guys. Come on,
absolutely, and it's going to be on the featured group. So even if it's not on TV, I'm sure we'll be able to find some sort of stream that we can watch it on. That'll be nice.
It won't be on TV.
In baseball news, a lot of Major League Baseball teams are selling cutouts to their fans. So if you want to put a cutout of yourself in the stands, I know the Mets are doing this, the Mariners are doing this, probably a couple other teams are doing it. So you can actually have a picture of yourself as a cardboard cutout sitting in the stands at home games this year. If you pay like $500,
I like it.
I think that we should put together some money and maybe
get some cutouts.
Well, I was going to say cutouts of us, or maybe just what if we had cutouts of just Tim Tebow at Mets games
or Marlins man.
Yeah, Marlins man behind.
Just put a million Marlins man. If Marlins man is who I think Marlins man is, he would be buying all the cutouts.
He's probably already done. Yeah, he's.
I'm just saying, some people lost their fastball.
He's purchased.
Not saying he has.
Sure. What we should do is we should get pictures of Wood. You remember Wood, the guy from the memes, the coronavirus memes?
Oh, god damn it! That was like 10 years ago.
We should buy a shitload of Wood cutouts and put them in the stands at like Mariners games.
God, that really does feel like a million years ago.
Put him in the stands at Mets games, and then have Tebow's cutout sit next to him with Wood's foreskin in his hand.
Oh man, that's we got to do what once it all ends. Once sports do come back in 2 weeks, we should do our Mount Rushmore of holy shit that happened, and we'll just go through all of it. Tiger King, whoa.
And the NHL has done a great job of not letting anything. We don't know if the NHL is doing good or not. I heard that that Austin Matthews has coronavirus, which sucks. But besides that, I haven't really heard shit from them.
The NHL is doing what they do with their injury report.
They're doing
lower body, upper body. They're just we have a league.
Yes, the NHL is handling this the way that the NHL handles their season normally.
Yes.
Which is we're going to not publicize anything.
Don't tell anyone when any of this is happening. We'll just surprise them with the Penguins versus Blackhawks on NBC. Mm-hmm. That's all they're going to do. Okay, let's get to our Hot Seat Cool Throne, and then we have Willie McGinest coming up, and then Dungeons and Dragons, awesome episode with Tim Woods, who has become like an all-star in the PMT world. We love him. Hot Seat Cool Throne is brought to you by Bud Light Seltzer. Try it for yourself. See why the great taste of Bud Light Seltzer is putting all others on the hot seat. So remember to use code PMT on Drizzly to get $5 off your first purchase of Bud Light Seltzer delivered right to your door. Do that. Use PMT this weekend on Drizzly. Get $5 off your first purchase of Bud Light Seltzer delivered right to your door. Hank, Hot Seat Cool Throne.
My hot seat is Michael Beasley. Be easy. My
Super
boy.
Cool Bees.
Super cool Bees. Got signed to the Nets. I was hyped to see him show out in the bubble.
Yep.
And then today, it didn't say reported positive for coronavirus. It just said Michael Beasley has left the bubble.
No,
and it wasn't like a team transaction. Yeah. It wasn't. It was a weird. It was just like
left his bong in his car.
Yeah, like Michael Beasley just bounced.
Yeah,
like he showed up, was like,
nah,
and left.
Yeah, I got too much money.
I did read that he did have coronavirus and he was sent home.
Oh.
Who said that, though? I saw people speculating. I didn't see any Big J reporters reporting that
Shams?
he had it. He said Michael B. I saw him say. He said
Shams, excuse me.
Shams said he had coronavirus.
Reports Michael Beasley's positive test creates uncertain roster status with the Nets. That's from NBA.com.
I like the bong thing more.
Yeah, he left his bubbler, is what we're going with. He did not leave the bubble.
Michael Beasley's made $33 million.
I would also say that if you test positive for coronavirus, probably the first thing that you should not do is get on a plane and fly back home.
Also true. Mm-hmm. Although with $33 million, maybe he's flying private.
That's also a good point.
Yes. Can you name all the teams that Michael Beasley's played for?
The Lakers, the Kansas State Wildcats, the
Timberwolves.
Did he play on Memphis?
Nope. He's played on the Heat, the Timberwolves, the Suns, back to the Heat, the Rockets, the Bucks, the Knicks, the Clippers, the Lakers, the Nets.
Is he a super spreader?
I think so. That's a hell of a... starting in 2014, he played on a different team 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years in a row, counting the Nets.
Super cool measly because he spreads viruses.
Yeah. Okay, who's your cool throne?
My cool throne is SpongeBob. Today is his birthday.
Oh.
Shout out to our darling Jake for
and
that
Scott
information.
Van Pelt.
Yes.
Wow.
Shares a birthday.
That's beautiful.
Everyone wish Scott Van Pelt a birthday. It's actually tomorrow. It's today.
It's today. It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
July 15th.
So everyone wish him a happy birthday, please. That's the first thing you can do when you wake up.
Does it say 1986 or 1936?
Wait, when was
SpongeBob?
1936?
86.
Okay.
So he's 34. 34. Can't do math. Mm-hmm. He's 1 year younger than us. Wow.
That's
SpongeBob's
fun
old.
fact. Yeah.
I feel like SpongeBob memes have been dying out recently. I'm selling SpongeBob memes if they're a stock. And by the way, I am considering making
What
a
about
formula.
stock memes? I feel like those have also.
Yeah, I'm
dipped.
considering making an algorithm to tell me when to buy which stocks just based on what memes are
Will Smith.
going really. Yeah, Will Smith, entanglement.
Will Smith is
selling that.
Bye.
What is an
The
entanglement?
50 cent. The 50. Oh, we actually never talked about that
Entanglement
on Monday.
is just having sex.
That's like the way that you would explain an affair to your lawyer.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
You got entangled.
Did you guys see the text exchange or the DM exchange between 50 Cent and
Not real.
Will Smith? Yes, it was.
100% not real.
100% real.
How?
100% real
How?
because it's 50 Cent.
There's no way that was real.
I would bet money that it was real
Why?
because it's 50 Cent and he's absolutely reckless. He's reckless.
But he also makes stuff up.
I bet you it was real.
What?
So
There was a couple. There was another comedian too that also like DM'd him. It was someone that Will Smith followed, and he DM'd him and was kind of like shitting on him. And then Will Smith was like, "All right, I'm blocking you now."
Okay, but to reset here, 50 Cent reached out to Will Smith after he did that entanglement thing.
Yes.
And was like, hey, is entanglement just mean she got her back blown out?
Yes.
No way is that real.
That doesn't
Really?
sound much like an entanglement. If it's an entanglement, that's more like a weird Kama Sutra position, not just like pounding it doggy style. You know, that's pretty straightforward. You never get entangled if you're just hitting from the back.
Hank, I don't think so.
He said, then she said only she can get permission for somebody to blow her back out. And then he said, fuck you, 50. And 50 Cent said, wait, what I do?
Okay, so it's not Will Smith because Will Smith doesn't cuss.
Yep.
Yes, he does.
Boom.
What are you
Boom.
talking about?
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
Will Smith
Scientologist.
doesn't have to cuss to sell records, but I do. So fuck him and fuck you too.
After 50 Cent
Gandhi
caught wind
said
of what Jada said during her Red Table talk, he shared a screenshot of a fake DM message he received from Will Smith.
That's almost worse, actually.
Who said that?
I'm reading a website, Capital Extra.
Got it.
What?
I'm reading a website.
What?
50 Cent's Instagram page.
But are you?
But
reading?
he made that up, is what we're saying. This is 50 Cent being a comedian.
Allegedly.
No, it's more fucked up that 50 did that than it was if that was real. Like, for him to make that joke behind Will Smith's back and then put it out, that's worse. I understand why 50's got targets on his back.
I don't think that was real. I don't think it was real. Wow, we think that's a Photoshop. That's hiphoplately.com. You never know these days.
You don't.
I'm just waiting for Tekashi 6ix9ine to weigh in on this.
You said 100% real.
Michael Beasley didn't have corona. 50 Cent sent that DM.
Okay.
You're suspect.
And
app, though?
Rose's first name is Thug.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
You realize that the other person who thought it was 100% real is Stephen Shea. So that's not good company when it comes to gullible things online.
Yeah, good point.
That's tough.
Yes.
But I'm sticking with it.
Okay. PFT, what's your hot seat cool throne?
My hot seat is Trey Wingo and Nick Merckx, both recurring guests of the show within the last, I think, month or so, because a video came out online yesterday of a bear using nunchucks.
I saw that.
So it turns out that bears actually can use weapons, Nick. You laughed at us. You made it sound like we were idiots to think that a bear or a gorilla would be able to pick up a nunchuck. If a bear can pick up a nunchuck, a gorilla can pick up a fucking rocket launcher. A gorilla would be able to fly like a Black Hawk helicopter if a bear is able to use these martial art weapons.
That was the first thing I thought of as well. I was like, Jesus Christ, this bear's got it all.
Bears do look hilarious for some reason, even though he was a bear who's deadly using nunchucks, which are also deadly. It made the bear look cuter and made me want to go up and just boop it.
Well, it looked like he was like scratching his back.
That's
or
probably
like he had
what
an
he was doing.
itch somewhere that he was trying to get to.
That like they scratch their backs on trees and stuff.
Right,
Yeah, when a bear
right.
sees a nunchuck, they just think back scratches.
Right,
to them.
exactly.
What percentage of you think that was real?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bear was real.
What?
No, that was a video.
How is that fake?
Could have been what do you mean?
What do you mean?
Could have been someone in a
What's
suit.
going on with you today?
Who could it be?
Are we living in the upside down world?
There was
A bit. I mean, this bit.
Hank.
It's a real bear.
Hey, you're not believing your eyes, but then you believe 50 Cent just posting a screenshot?
Bears can catch fish with their bare hands. I'm pretty sure they can use nunchucks.
The 50 Cent thing looks fake because.
All right, whatever.
Why?
What app? What app is that?
It was Instagram DMs.
But it doesn't. Instagram DMs don't look like that.
Chris Broussard would beg to differ.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like
It's all one system.
Okay, what's
My cool throne is OJ. OJ's on the cool throne, back in the news big time. OJ did not wear a mask at his big birthday extravaganza in Las Vegas, and so that led to a lot of people making jokes about how OJ's on the loose trying to kill again. And in the same couple days, same 24 hours actually, the Ford Bronco is coming back.
Yes.
So big come up. It's 1995 again. Bill Clinton's dick's getting him in trouble.
I want a Ford Bronco
Baseball
really
has
bad.
a labor disagreement.
Not these. I want the old ones. I want an old Bronco.
I like the new ones.
No, I don't like the new ones. Also, I feel like you have to let a couple models go before you hop in. Like if you just buy the first Bronco, there's definitely going to be there's probably going to be like shit blowing up and like weird stuff happening.
That's kind of what is attractive about the Ford Bronco, though. It's definitely a car that you would get into expecting to die.
No, yeah, but I would rather die looking stylish in an old one than a new one.
Yeah, if it was an old one that was like,
A retro, yeah.
yeah, retrofitted, that could be kind of cool, but I think the new ones look awesome. Just a good rule of thumb in general, if OJ is doing anything, just do the exact opposite of what OJ's doing.
So wait, are
We
you
all
telling
should
people to
allow-
wear a mask?
No, I'm not saying that.
No, do it. Say it. Change a life.
According to numerous blue check marks that I've seen on Twitter, you should be wearing a mask.
Wear a mask.
Yeah.
Wear a mask. People, unfortunately, after that rant, thought I was specifically talking about John Rothstein. I am not. John Rothstein is a saint. He's doing everything genuinely. I'm talking about the people who are just looking for clout.
I am wearing a mask, but I also don't feel like...
Yes, we're pro-mask.
I'm also an idiot, so you probably shouldn't... Like, if I am feeling the need to speak very publicly on something, chances are I'm not that informed about it.
Correct.
So I'm quietly wearing a mask because people smarter than me have told me to do that.
Correct.
And then I was going to have on my other cool throne entanglement, but we already got to that.
All right, my hot seat is my emotional well-being because I'm having a little bit of a earmuffs Hank. Tony Soprano, remember when he was watching the commercials and he started crying? I have watched 2 sports highlights in the last week that have made me teary-eyed.
Okay.
I watched One Makes Sense. I watched the Wilson Contreras, or sorry, not Wilson Contreras, the Miguel Montero Grand Slam NLCS Game 1. We were in the bleachers for that.
Yep.
Loudest I've ever heard a stadium against the Dodgers. Watched it, got teary-eyed. The second one, for some reason, it was on Twitter, the World Cup Women's Final 99, Brady Chastain. No, that's not her name.
Yep.
That is her name.
Yep.
Brady Chastain hitting the winning PK started to tear up. That is bad.
It makes sense. You know
I
why?
miss sports so much. I miss the moment that I get chills and I'm starting to well up on highlights that, like, why? Why?
Because we as a nation need something like that right now. That reminds us that the U.S. can be better than everybody else in the world at stuff. There's been a severe lack of that in the news recently. So going back in time to 1999 and seeing that utter domination. And then she took her top.
Dude, it's bad to fucking know. I was just sitting there, like, laying in bed, kind of welling up, being like, man, I really miss this stuff.
I actually cried at Warren Sharp's thread the other day that he put online, which was just NFL coaches realizing how to hack the rule book to their advantage and remembering those cool plays, like the play where John Harbaugh cried and complained to the officials for like a week after when they lined up a tackle that was eligible without having to report as eligible because there was a guy on the line of scrimmage. Then there was Bill Belichick taking a safety and Al Michaels getting like super excited about watching that for the first time.
Yep.
That made me tear up a little bit too. And Mike Vrabel staring down Belichick as he wasted like 60 seconds worth of clock time in the playoffs.
Seeing the sports moments gets you a little chills, gets you a little goosebumps.
I thought you were going to say that you cried when you saw the Boise State highlight against Oklahoma.
No,
because you had Oklahoma -7.
Mortal lock of my life.
And the end of that game was probably the best end of any college football game I've seen in probably the last like 15 years.
I was so convinced. I was like, dude, how could Boise State beat Oklahoma? It's big
laterals,
bad
baby.
Oklahoma. Adrian Peterson's a beast.
We need laterals.
All right, my cool throne. Positive news. The first vaccine for coronavirus looks like it is like a month away from being able to start being mass produced.
A month away from final studies.
Month away from final studies.
Yes.
So what's that? A month away from
Progress.
It better start taking its Adderall right now is what you're saying.
Shit. We need it now.
Yeah. So if it's a month away from final studies, then it has to get certified afterwards, and then we're fine.
It's like they're injecting people, and like people are getting it.
And they're cool about it?
It's actually boosting their immune system. It was
like,
on
I don't
my
want to tell the
cool
people who are the guinea pigs right now, but like if you feel like you have a side effect, just be cool about it and don't make a big deal. Like diarrhea, not a big deal. You know, little sleeplessness, not a big deal.
Yep. Don't hold this up.
Dark thoughts, not a big deal. Just let us get there.
Do you remember? You guys might not remember this because there's a massive, massive story in Washington, D.C. back in like 2001, 2002, I think. There was a Redskins cheerleader, or excuse me, a TBD Washington football name cheerleader that was in the news because she got a flu shot. And after her flu shot, she couldn't talk anymore. She couldn't walk anymore. She was like trying to walk down this path and being interviewed by the news channel, and she was just like physically falling over and talking in this weird voice. And everybody was like, oh my God, the flu shot's bad this year. And then it turned out like a week later, she was faking the entire thing. And she was saying
remember that.
She was saying that when she was able to run backwards, she could speak normally and talk normally.
Yep.
But for whatever reason, when she was walking forward, her name was Desiree something. Go look it up online. It's an all-time hilarious YouTube clip.
It was later than that. It wasn't 2004.
I think it was like 2001. Sometime around then. And it's so fucking funny to watch. I don't know what her end game was in this situation, but for some reason she thought to herself, you know, it'd be awesome is if I got in the news faking that
No,
the
it's
flu
2000.
virus.
It was 2010. Yeah, 2010.
Was it really?
I remember. It's very much on the internet. Yes. She was an Inside Edition. It was 2010.
Okay. It was 2010. But it's a very funny YouTube clip regardless, and you should watch it.
It is a very funny YouTube clip. All right. Billy.
Well, thankfully, you guys only took one of
Thank
my
God.
selections. I
Okay,
made a whole
great.
list because when you go last, you got to make a whole list. Hot seat 49ers.
Ooh.
George Kittle has said he will go to training camp no matter what, if they get his contract signed or not. I'm on team pay George Kittle. It's trending.
Yes.
So hot seat 49ers.
You know what he should do? He should just change his position in his Twitter profile. Like Jimmy Graham tried to do after the fact.
yeah.
He should just call himself a quarterback, try to cash in on this Patrick Mahomes money.
I got a couple more hot seats, but
Oh, go ahead.
okay. Hot seat.
This is the last you're going to talk.
Perfect. Well, squirrels have the plague, so they're on the hot seat.
Why are we testing squirrels?
Yeah.
Well, how did that
Did you get the
happen?
bat, Billy?
Oh no! So I decided that if the bats are living in my ceiling, most people run into bats because they have rabies. But if the bats are like living in my roof, I'm running into them at a higher rate than other people. So they probably don't have rabies.
Why are
Anyway,
we testing squirrels for black plague?
They have the bubonic plague. Yeah.
Why though?
How do you determine if a squirrel is feeling sick or not? Just by observing a squirrel.
I'm not trying to be woke, but I'm just asking questions. Are they testing every squirrel, or are they testing dead squirrels for all types of diseases? It seems a little convenient to me.
If a squirrel dies and just happens to have the bubonic plague, are we counting that towards bubonic plague statistics?
Did someone walk by and was like, "Ooh, look at this squirrel! Looks like he died from the plague. Let's test it." Mm-hmm. No way. It's fair questions, right?
good question. Maybe they have testing centers for squirrels.
Why?
I would be okay with thinning out the
Squirrels
squirrel
die all the
population a
time.
little bit. There are
Right.
too many squirrels.
I agree with that.
Britney Spears' dad is on the hot seat because everyone thinks he's Free Britney is trending on Instagram because they think Britney's being held against her will by her dad or something.
Fact.
No, Tom Cruise has her. Or Tom Hanks, excuse me.
Last hot seat is Ghislaine Maxwell. She's being sent to prison for 1 year. She's not going to be safe there.
Wait, what?
Cool Throne.
Wait, you skipped over the
Her
pedophile.
trial's not up for a year.
Yeah, so she's got a lot of
okay.
prison time. So
Fuck.
anyway,
What if Ghislaine Maxwell gets fucking jacked in the next year? She just does nothing but prison yard workouts.
Prison
She shows-
Maxwell.
Yeah, she shows up to court and she's wearing like sleeveless shirts.
How do you pronounce her name? We've said it a billion different ways.
Gillian.
Ghislaine.
Gilly?
Gilly
Glizzy?
the kid.
Dead.
Gilly? Jizzy Maxwell? Ghislaine?
She's going to turn into Super Maxwell Prison Ghislaine.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, Cool Throne beef. Burger King's figured out how to reduce environmental impacts of cow farts by feeding them different diet.
Mason Ramsey
Yeah,
was the spokesperson for it.
sweet.
Yeah.
Friend of the program, right?
So
cool.
how are they
Yes.
how are they eliminating cow farts?
They're feeding them different types of grass. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure it was like wheatgrass or something.
They should
Yeah.
just make the cows go on dates, and then they'll try real hard not to fart in front of the other cow.
Good point.
Anyway, last Cool Throne that I had down, I thought you guys were going to easily take.
Has there ever been
one
a
of
better
those.
fart than like the second you get
No.
out of a date
No.
and you like get to your house, you get dropped
Out
off
of-
maybe, or you drop the girl off and then immediately just like let it rip?
A long car ride is up there, but yes. That's,
Joel McHale,
that's number
that
one.
scene in Ted.
Yeah.
And he goes on a date with Mila Kunis and she walks away and he's just like, finally farts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're now writing the plot to Ted.
No,
This is cool.
well-
We're closer to Boner Dogs.
Yeah.
We just got to like let Ted happen in our brain naturally, and then we're like, okay, now we are dumb enough to finish Boner Dogs.
They're feeding them lemongrass, by the way, so
Okay,
hopefully
thank
it
you.
doesn't get too tangy. Last one is billionaires are on the Cool Throne because they made a bunch of money during COVID. Anyway, that's all.
B
Yeah,
words.
That seemed bad.
People of wealth.
That seemed like that didn't really make sense. It's just everyone got richer.
It's a lot of
Yikes.
rice. I just was thinking about the rice.
Dude, the rice.
Like,
A lot of rice.
a lot of rice.
Yeah.
Someone's going to have, like, I don't know how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The old, like, they showed it, the difference
Chessboard?
between a million and a billion with rice, and it was insane. It's like every dollar, what was it? 100 million in a billion, or what was it? Can't remember how they did it.
There's 999, whatever, 9,900 million in a billion. But it was like they showed it in rice. So it was like, this is, one rice is $1.
Rice billion versus million.
And they showed how big, like, it was a pile of rice was a million.
Yeah.
And then the pile for a billion
was
was
the-
massive.
They were showing Jeff Bezos' worth. Yeah.
So here's another cool throne. There's a lot of speculation. Maybe by the time this podcast comes out, something else will happen in the news. But there's a lot of speculation in D.C. that the Redskins are the focus of a big investigation. I don't know if what's going to happen with it, but there's some issues in the front office, apparently, allegedly.
Oh, no duh.
Let me put it that way. And I'm told
Jeans Friday season?
yeah, it's a lot like the Jeans Friday thing. I'm told that the Washington Post is the ones that are investigating it. I'm putting on my tinfoil hat. Jeff Bezos has wanted to buy the Redskins for the last 3 years. Is this like a billion-style coup?
Ooh, that's actually smart.
There should be, so it's not billionaires versus billionaires. It's like this is like mega billionaires versus billionaires.
Right.
MBs
120
versus
billion,
Bs.
which is fucking crazy. Dude, just give us $1 billion, Jeff. We'll be nice to you. We can be bought. What do you got, Billy?
Well, the Washington Post was throwing shade at the Redskins for how racist their name is, but they're named after a slave owner, so.
That's true, Billy.
The Washington Post?
Yep.
Also, a lot of the reporting
There you go. You got him.
the reporting has led to how you feel about President Xi from China.
You got him.
So they also expose him. So it's impossible to say if they're good or not.
Who knows?
All right, let's get to our interviews. We got Willie McGinest, then we got Dungeons and Dragons. Before we get to Willie McGinest, we have some great news for you coming from our friends at Peacock. Peacock is a new streaming service from NBC Universal. Great entertainment is finally free. It's got hundreds of hit movies, thousands of episodes of your favorite current shows, timeless classics, timely updates, and best of all, it's free. The genres are endless, from comedy, reality, true crime, sports, drama, kids and family, news, and even some new original shows. So here's some shows I'm going to be watching. 30 Rock, Parks and Rec, Cheers, Psych, King of Queens, English Premier League, Olympic Doc, In Deep with Ryan Lochte. Ooh, that'll be good. Friday Night Lights, Hank, Law and Order SVU, Yellowstone, House, Storage Wars, Meet the Press, NBC Nightly News. Oh, my God, there's so many shows. Top Chef Masters, PFT. They got it all. So you got to go right now. Best of streaming, best of TV. You can watch for free and upgrade for more on your TV, phone, or tablet. Go to peacocktv.com to download and start streaming now. That is peacocktv.com to download and start streaming now. One last time, peacocktv, all one word, .com to download and start streaming now. Okay, here he is, Willie McGinest. Okay, we now welcome on NFL Network analyst, 3-time Super Bowl champion, and also recurring guest. So welcome back. It is Willie McGinest. We appreciate you joining us, Willie. We're going to get to a bunch of stuff. First, I want to talk to you about Be the Change, which you're working actually with our good friend Julian Edelman, which is to help get people to register to vote before the election in November. And you have 2 events coming up, right? 2 events coming up in the next couple weeks out in California. Is that right?
We have a bunch of events coming up, and one, unfortunately, had to be pushed back, the one that was at the Forum Inglewood area because of COVID. And, we had to make sure that we were doing things right. We just shut down again out here in California. So we're going to do some stuff digitally and online until we are able to come together to have the big event. And Be the Change is just something that myself and Legends, Brian Athleisure Ware came up with. There's a lot of guys, going out using their platforms, whether they were out there marching, protesting, using their Instagrams, their Facebook or whatever. And we're talking and we want change, but being the change is actually going out there and voting and making that change in your local governments or whatever. And it's tough to get younger people, especially in the inner city, out of the house to go down and register to vote. So we came up with something cool. We're going to make these cool hoodies. Julian is helping us out, man. He's spreading the word, and I appreciate him and love him for that. There are a lot of different sports stars, entertainers. Snoop's a big part of this. The Black Music Coalition. There are a lot of sports organizations in the NFL, NHL, MLS, NBA. Everybody's coming aboard, ad agencies to purchase these hoodies. And what we're going to do when people actually come out and register, we're going to give them a hoodie, Be the Change hoodie. We're going to make them really nice and fashionable. And that's my part, man, of teaming up with people and just actually trying to do something to be the change.
I like it. My only problem with that is when it comes to Julian Edelman, he's going to want a sweatshirt that just barely covers up like his nipples and just like shows off the delts and the traps a little bit. Shows it, yeah, he's going to want to show off his body a little bit. So you should probably make like an Ezekiel Elliott size hoodie just for him to wear if you really want him on board with this.
You know him well, man. We customized a lot of we gave him a lot of gear, nice goodie bag. So he's already posted on his story. We probably will throw it back up so people can see it again. But that's my brother, man. I got a lot of love for him and I respect for him, and he gets it, man. If you want change, you got to be the change. You got to go out and do something.
Okay, so obviously things have been weird because of coronavirus and everything that's going on. Are you 100% confident sitting here right now that we're going to play NFL?
I want to say I am. I mean, I'm not on the board. My pay grade is not that high that I can tell you, hey, the season's definitely going to happen. But all indications point that there is definitely going to be an NFL season, and we are preparing for that as the NFL, as the network that I work for, the league under the NFL umbrella that I work for. They're putting all the different protocols in place, and everything that I'm told is that we are definitely having an NFL season.
So just a little tip here. Don't say the first part that you're not on the pay grade for it. You need to speak confidently about it, because what's happening right now in society is a big game of telephone where you tell me that we're having NFL season, and then random people ask me because I'm an expert in their eyes, which I'm not, and I can confidently say, yeah, I was talking to Willie McGinest. We're having NFL. So then eventually all of society is confident, and then we don't even know who told us we're having it, but we're all having it together.
I got you, man. Hey, okay. But like I said, those main decisions are going to come from the NFL office. But what we're preparing for and what we're telling everybody, yes, that we are having a season, yes, and that's what's happening. So
yes.
I'm the messenger.
Yes.
Have you seen those helmets that they're putting out that have the integrated masks in them that's supposed to, I guess, deflect a lot of the spittle and moisture that comes out of your mouth during a game? Like, can you imagine a player actually wearing those? If it feels like it would be insanely hard to catch your breath in those things.
Well, I mean, if you think about the shield that players wear, it covers the nose and the eyes and part of that too. But if there's a shield, it's not like it's wrapped around your face and there's no air or circulation. So have not seen it, heard about it. But, like I said, they're taking all the precautions that are possible. So if that's what it has to be, man, to make this season go and protect all the players and protect their families, then that's what we got to do. I'm on board with that.
How do you think Cam Newton's going to fit into the Patriot way?
The Patriot way. See how you put that? It's not as a player, it's the Patriot way. And that was one of the things that I wondered about. Cam is very smart. Cam now has a huge chip on his shoulder, and he's in a position to go to a great organization and prove that he still can be Cam Newton, the MVP that we saw a couple of years ago. And I think like any other player, whether it's Corey Dillon, Randy Moss, any other player, high-profile player with a big ego and personality that's come into our organization, they quickly find out it's about team. Team reigns over individualism. No matter who you are, how big your personality is, how good you are, what draft pick, none of that matters. And players respect that. They respect the fact that all the players in that locker room get treated the same, have the same treatment. Everybody's getting held accountable. Everybody prepares the same. And the rules are in place for everybody. There's no exemption. So I think he will respect that. And I think he also respect that he's going to an organization that's had a lot of success without him. And he can be a part of something really good if he buys into it.
Mm-hmm. So who would you think is going to go further in the playoffs this year if you had to put money on it right now? The Patriots or the Buccaneers?
They're in different conferences, man, so they can both go far. How about let's just have a Patriot Tampa Bay Super Bowl, and then that way we just break even. We just split down the middle.
So if that happens, would you be rooting for the Patriots or your friend Tom Brady?
That's tough, man. That's tough. The Patriots, New England's my home. Tom is my brother. I don't know, man. I got to, whenever I watch these games and I got brothers on each team, I got to be unbiased because of my job. But that's a tough one, man, because you want to see them both have success.
Okay, so a tie in the Super Bowl, and then everyone gets a win. Were you surprised?
I don't want a tie.
Were you surprised at all that Tom Brady left New England? Did you see that coming, that there was maybe a little, I don't know if it was friction between Belichick and Brady, but just, hey, we've been doing this for 20 years, time to move on kind of thing.
I can't say that I was surprised, but what I can say is I know that, both sides wanted to work it out. It just didn't happen that way. Mm-hmm. And I think the fact that Tom wanted some long-term insurance, he felt like he had a lot left in the tank, that he was still playing at a high level. And the fact that the Patriots probably offered something that he wasn't comfortable with. And, he had to make a decision. And I left New England too and went to Cleveland. That's one of the toughest things for a player to do after a number of years, calling someplace home. This is where he's had all his success, all his friends, family. He's built that organization, helped build that organization, all his ties. That's the toughest thing to do in the world. But at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you and your family. And I think both parties understood that. It's a tough conversation that he had to go in and talk to Mr. Kraft. He had to have that conversation with Bill Belichick. And I guess they agreed to disagree and go their separate ways. I think Tom has been feeling some kind of way for the last couple of years that he's been wanting, to get that reinsurance from the organization. And maybe he didn't feel that way when his deal came up, when he was a free agent. Yeah. And, sometimes with the Patriots, they move a certain way. You can't be disrespected by it, and you can't feel a certain way. And I certainly went through that myself. But you got to understand, with them, it's business. And I know you got the GOAT right here, and you got the best player at that position ever. But it was emotional, and it came down to two sides just not agreeing going forward.
So when you went out to Cleveland, when you decided it was time for you to move on from New England, was there a moment when you joined the team and you realized, wow, this is really a different way of doing things out here than they do in New England? And what was that moment for you?
Oh, absolutely. I had some, familiarity there with Romeo Crennel. He was the head coach. He was my D coordinator. So, the only thing that I knew is it was a great organization. The fans love football out there. Cleveland is the hub for football. And I knew I would know the defense inside out because my head coach was my coordinator at the time. So that wasn't a problem. But when I got in the locker room, the culture wasn't there. The mentality wasn't there. It wasn't team over individualism. It was opposite. And we didn't have enough guys to buy into where Romeo Crennel was trying to put in place. And that was, for me, the discouraging part for my 3 years of being there. A lot of selfish guys, a lot of guys that didn't work hard, a lot of guys that put themselves before the team and didn't really understand and want to learn what it took to be a playoff caliber championship team. And I think that hurt more than anything because you got a guy like me that's all I know. And I'm coming in and I'm trying to do all the things that I've been doing for the last 12 years. And you get a handful of guys that get it and buy in, but the majority of the guys that could really affect the team and make us better didn't. And that was a problem. And it was some of our best players.
So you made headlines actually yesterday, I think it was, something similar that you can speak on, saying give Matt Patricia time in Detroit to build.
Yeah.
Now, the storyline that always the media runs with, and I think there's some truth in it, is when Belichick's guys go somewhere else, they want to have that culture that they had in New England, but there's not the Super Bowl success to back it up, so it's a little bit harder of a sell. Do you think that's a fair thing to say when talking about a Matt Patricia or a Romeo Crennel in Cleveland, where it's hard to sell to guys that this is the hard work you have to put in to get to the finish line if you've never been to the finish line?
I think it is. And I think even when Bill Belichick came to New England, it was a rebuild. He kept a few guys in the locker room that he knew fit the criteria and fit the mold, mentality, physically or whatever the case may be. The Ty Law, myself, Troy Brown, Brewski, Lloyd Malloy. Like, he had a handful of guys that he said, okay, I'm going to build around these guys. And then I'm going to go out and I'm going to shop, I'm going to draft, I'm going to go in free agency, and I'm going to build, and I'm going to put the other guys around them. And I think whenever you have somebody come from a successful program, the fans and people expect instant success. And it's not an overnight process. It just doesn't happen like that. Matt Patricia has won more than anybody in that organization. He knows how to win. He's very smart. He's been in a lot of different systems, so he's coached a lot of different guys, a lot of different ways. And when you have the knowledge of how to do something, now you need the pieces to execute. His staff, when he first got there, wasn't even on board with how he coaches, the preparation and the mentality, all the different things that all the other coaches in New England were all on the same line with. So your coach has got to be on the same page. And then the players. If the players are not buying in and you see those players leaving out of there, if they're a distraction and they're not buying in, then how you expect for them to go out on the football field and execute at a high level and play at a certain level? So people got to understand the game of football and how it works. You got to have the right pieces. You got to have the right mentality. You got to be able to have time to build a culture. And I know the NFL right now, everybody wants to come in and win right now. It just doesn't happen like that. And the teams that do, it's rare. The teams that do, that's rare. But how long does it last? It's about consistency, and it's about building. And sometimes you're not afforded that. You see coaches get fired in 1 year. You're not afforded that time.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are forgetting about Judge going over to New York, and adding on what you said, the Giants feel like an organization that would be more willing to give time, given how they've dealt with coaches in the past. They might give them 3 or 4 years to rebuild this thing, as opposed to just saying, okay, 1 or 2 seasons and you're out. But in your opinion, if you're looking at like this new crop of Patriots assistants that have gone out across the league, whose stock would you be buying more? Would it be Flores? Would it be Patricia? Or would it be Judge?
Well, you didn't mention Billy O. Billy O'Brien was there too, right? He was, he was a quarterback coach and calling plays and working with, with Tom. And he went to the Texans. He's had a lot of success. He's been in the playoffs, I think, 3 out of the 5 years or 4 out of the 5 years. He's, in the last 5 years. So he's had a lot of success. As far as the competition, you got to look at your staff. You got to look at how much creative control you're going to have with building your team. Do you have the ability to go out and pick your own players? Or do you have a GM in place that you have to run things through? So I think every situation is a little bit different. Being in Miami, Flores Bryant, he has somebody as a GM who understands that vision. His dad, Greer, was in New England. Chris understands what it's going to take, and he has to have that patience. But you got to get the right guys in there. You see some of the best players that were in Miami, not in Miami anymore, because maybe they wasn't buying into what they were trying to push. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the difficult part, to get the best players to the free agents to whatever, everybody on the same accord to understand we're all equal. We're all equal. And it's just tough in the NFL these days. So whether it's the Patriot way, whether it's what Seattle built when they had Sherman and all those guys buying into it, whether it's Atlanta, the brotherhood, whatever you come up with, you got to create that. And you got to have everybody on that roster buying into that. And if they don't buy into that, they shouldn't be on your roster.
So I'm always curious, from a fan's perspective, how attached you are to your personal accolades or your personal records. Because I always assume everyone's a little bit selfish. It's a team sport. It's the ultimate team sport. But there's a part of you that's like, I want my records to stand. And you may not have even thought of this, but you have the record for most sacks in playoffs, in playoff history. No one's even really close right now. Terrell Suggs is 3.5 behind, but he's at the twilight of his career. When they changed the playoff structure to 7 teams and only 1 bye, is there a small part of you that's like, shit, guys are going to have more chance to get games under their belt and possibly break this record and take this record away from me?
The first part of your question is everybody wants individual success. And if you don't, you shouldn't be playing the game. You should have that certain respect about yourself. You should always want to compete and be the best at what you do. And if records and accolades come along with that, then that's great. That means you've accomplished something. But it should all fall under the realm of team. And if you have team success, that means a lot of individuals are having success because they're playing at a high level. Now, as far as records, it's a single game sack record in the playoffs, and it's the overall sack record in the playoffs. There's 2. So my thing with this, records are meant to be broken. But for me to have that record right now, to me, is special because I earned it. The other hard part about that record, guys, is you got to get to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get to the playoffs, then that individual record doesn't apply to you. And you can't ever reach that. So you have to do what? You got to be on a good team. So my record comes of way of being on a good team, being able to get to the playoffs, to have the opportunity to make big plays in the playoffs. So however you cook it up or you look at it, with mine, the team still comes first. If the team don't go to the playoffs, those records don't exist.
I think you answered my question, too, by correcting me about having the individual game record as well. How many sacks was that?
4.5, I think, or 5.
Against?
Jacksonville.
Okay. And who was the quarterback then?
It was Leftwich, and then I think they switched out to
Gerard. Yeah.
Leftwich shouldn't count, though, because, I mean, he was so slow. Like, every sack on him, that should only count as half one.
And Gerard had that cool hat, but not really anything else. So
Yeah.
we're gonna count that as half a record.
I mean, Leftwich would take 3 seconds to throw the ball once he started his windup. So that was like a field day for you.
Leave him alone, man. He transitioned pretty good. He's the offensive coordinator now for the Bucs. He's doing all right.
He'll always have that all-time clip of his offensive line carrying him down the team, winning a game on a broken leg. That's sick as hell.
It's 4.5. I'm looking it up right now. 4.5 sacks in 2005 against the Jaguars.
Yep.
There you go. And yeah, it looks you. There's a picture of you just basically. It looks like you're giving Leftwich a noogie, just bullying him.
He was pretty fast that day, man. He was getting away.
That's the fastest guy you've ever seen that day.
Who was your favorite quarterback to sack?
Probably Peyton Manning, man, just because he was so tough and so good, and he always got the ball off. He always knew what you were doing. So when you got a chance to give Peyton Manning, that felt really good.
Did you ever sack Phillip Rivers?
I don't know. I'm not sure. You know, I'm pretty sure I did. If I didn't, I don't recall.
You don't recall him like on the field, because he's famous for never cussing on the field, and he like compliments you a little bit. He'll yell at you too, but he just won't swear.
I've never heard it. I've never heard him say a curse word. He talks a lot of trash, but I've never heard him curse.
That almost seems more annoying to me. Like, I'd rather have a guy be like, fuck you, than a guy be like, "God dang it," you know?
And, you know, it doesn't stop. Like, the guy never runs out of air. So that shit's constant all game long.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right, I had one last question. We're talking to NFL Network analyst Willie McGinest, 3-time Super Bowl champion. Again, he has got a great thing that he's doing with our friend Julian Edelman and a bunch of other people, trying to get people to register to vote before the election. It is called Be the Change. So go look that up. Willie's also posting on all of his social media at Willie McGinest on Instagram and Twitter. Do you know Urban Meyer?
Not well. I know who he is. We've said hello.
Okay. So you're an ambassador to USC. Have you worked that angle yet to get him to be the head coach of the Trojans and restore some glory there?
Those conversations, I would say, probably happen. I'm not officially on the staff. I am an ambassador with the football program. I am around. I am active. I am really close with the athletic director, the director of athletics, Mike Bone. And I'm also friends with the coaches that are there now. Urban Meyer name has come up. I don't know if he was offered an interview. I don't know if he wanted to interview, nor do I know if the university wanted to interview him. I know he's a great coach. He's won a lot of football games. He has a lot of respect. He's not coaching. So, you know, we'll see what happens in the future. Right now, USC has a head coach.
Yep.
They have a lot of new coaches that they just hired. And, you know, they're trying to put it together and figure things out right now.
We need USC to be good again, though, because USC, like Pac-12, has just been out of the picture, and USC not being good is always kind of a bummer because it's one of those historic programs that when they're in a game, it always feels a little bigger.
It is, man, and, you know, it's not about the Pac-12. It's about national championships. You know, we need to set our sights higher and understand what USC tradition is and what USC football is. And I get there's a lot of new nuances to the game, but what wins football games is being tough and physical in the trenches, dominating and taking the opponent's will. And I think when you talk about USC football and all the players that come through that system and went on to the NFL, they carry that with them. And, it's special. You don't ever leave USC. It's a family. And I just think that we need to remember that, incorporate that back in these young kids and young men that are coming in, develop them, teach them how to be young men and exist and do the right thing in the community, but also incorporate and instill what being a Trojan really means from the time they get there to the time they leave. So our goals is national championships, and we can go ahead and take the Pac-12 along the way, but the echelon should be national championships all day, every day.
Yes. All right. Well, Willie, thank you as always. Been fun to catch up. You're always welcome back on. You're a recurring guest twice now. So we appreciate your time, and we appreciate you telling us that the NFL season is going to happen, which you said 100% Willie McGinest guarantee it's going to happen, and now we're going to tell everyone else that, okay?
Hey, man, do your thing. I appreciate you guys.
Thanks so much, Willie. Appreciate it.
That interview with Willie McGinest was brought to you by Simply Safe. What's the number one sign of a bad home security system? Well, it's a home security system that's so complicated that you'll never use it. This is exactly the type of system that Simply Safe has spent a decade fighting against. They believe that simple is safer. A home security system that you don't use is worthless. It's exactly why Simply Safe is the home security for right now, when feeling safe at home has never been more important. Simply Safe was designed to be easy to use while protecting your whole home 24/7. Order it online with a click of a button. Open the box, place the sensors, plug it in. Your home is protected around the clock. No technicians, no salesperson has to come to your house to disrupt your home. You don't need to pay an outrageous monthly fee or sign a 2-year contract. Simply Safe was named Best Overall Security System of 2020 by U.S. News & World Report, and their 24/7 professional monitoring and emergency dispatch starts at just 50 cents a day. They should actually just install this in the bubble in Orlando. Every room, every player should have their own Simply Safe system that calls the police if they try to escape the bubble. Go to simplysafe.com/PMT, get free shipping, and get a 60-day money-back guarantee. That's simplysafe.com/PMT. Make sure they know that our show sent you there. And now, Dungeons and Dragons.
And now for something completely different.
Okay, it is that time of the week. Every other week, it is our good friend Tim Woods. We are continuing our Dungeons and Dragons adventure. It's great to see you as always. Can we
Great to be here.
Can we do a quick recap? I think
Absolutely.
the long or the short part of it is that Billy's in trouble, but you tell us exactly where we're sitting and who's up next.
Absolutely, for sure. So the situation is, Billy is in a little bit of trouble because Berserker Billy had, while we were in the village of Greenest trying to stop the cult of the dragon from attacking the castle, Greenest Keep, as it were, that was being besieged by these cultists with their giant dragon Lenithon. Berserker Billy had successfully jumped on the dragon's back, gotten on her good side for the most part, and convinced her with a couple of really good rolls to kind of attack, in between the armies, threaten everyone a little bit, but then eliminate the leader of the cultists before getting ready to turn upon his teammate. Upon reconsidering options, Berserker Billy decided to try to fly away with the dragon Lenithon and kind of join the cult, but unfortunately not before Norm the Barbarian was able to leap up and pull Berserker Billy off of the back of Lenithon. Lenithon flew up in the air, gave a sad and sorry look back to her Goliath friend, but made no efforts to rescue him as she flew off, while the rest of the cult of the dragon has now fled from the village of Greenest. And everyone is now, funny thing is, their priority is celebrating how much we are all the heroes. But as they crowd in to thank us, it becomes very clear that they don't want to get in between us and Berserker Billy right now, because just reading body language, they'd be aware that there is some tension at the moment.
Yeah, it's about to be on,
In theory, I do want to highlight that the turn order for today starts with Ehrlich of all the characters. So Ehrlich would have a chance to kind of like intervene here or do whatever he wishes.
I don't really
but then
trust Hank
Wayne
either.
would go, and then Norm would get to go before Berserker Billy has a chance to do anything. So that would be the turn order. At this point, I would also highlight Sir O is rushing in and kind of putting a hand on Norm the Barbarian's shoulder. And he's saying, listen, we don't have time for whatever's going on here. There's going to be prisoners that cult got away with. Real important right now. We got to rescue them. Go Ligers.
Okay. All right. So I was going to ask that. What is our mission outside of torturing Billy and making him squeal? What should we be focusing on? But we're definitely going to do the first part.
Absolutely. In theory, it's becoming clear that right now the town of Greenest is worried still because while the cult has fled, they apparently fled with prisoners. Everyone else is celebrating, but Sir O is paying attention, and he is aware that right now this might be a small window of opportunity for us to follow the cultists to wherever they went and try to rescue whatever prisoners they might have brought back to their camp with them. He says they must be camped nearby. Whatever you need to do here, we can throw Berserker Billy in shackles. We could, I don't personally condone torture. Whatever you need to do between your teammates, you got to work it out for yourselves. But there is also a Dwarven cleric who we've seen rushing around healing people, and that dwarf is also stepping forward, and he seems to have some ideas also on how you could get Berserker Billy helping you again. That dwarf is saying, I've got some magic that if you need this wild card over here reined in, there's a spell I could put on him that would give you control over the Berserker. Just saying, that's an option too. So I would ask Ehrlich at this point. Ehrlich, in theory, you've got the jump on everybody else here. You just saw Norm get pulled off the get pulled Berserker Billy off the dragon's back. They both kind of landed on the ground, and it looks like they mean business. Sir O is suggesting peace, but we can do whatever we like. What would you be thinking of doing?
Attack Billy.
Yeah, let's fuck him up.
If he's weak, I would like to finish the job.
Yes.
Players only meeting right now.
Yes.
Thank you for your suggestion, Coach O.
Yes.
We're going to go after Billy.
We're going to go ahead and just
Noted.
hit option fuck him up.
Mm-hmm.
He puts his hands up and he steps back. Soros not getting involved in this. But Ehrlich, you have several options at your disposal. I know that you have Eldritch Blast would be a very powerful attack spell that you could launch at Berserker Billy right now with no penalties. That would be until he attacks you, your main avenue for attacking him. Would you like to throw a Eldritch Blast at him?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In theory, absolutely, I would.
Blast him. Can you blast him up the ass?
You can aim for that, certainly. And if you roll a d20, you would have a +4 on your attack roll with this Eldritch Blast to go after Berserker Billy.
Check that, Jake.
I got a 6.
He got a 6.
6 + 4 is going to be a 10. And checking Berserker Billy's armor class, Berserker Billy, you wear heavy chainmail and you wield a shield. Your armor class is pretty high. A 10 is not hitting you, and so you see this charged up ball of fire being thrown at you by the No Morlock. You turn and you easily sidestep this attack. So far, so good. You are resisting the assault so far. But Wayne, that would bring us to you next.
Shit. What's Billy's?
Wayne, what would you like to do?
What's Billy's mental acuity like? How easily tricked is he?
In theory, spells that would mess with him, he's somewhat resistant to because he has good wisdom, but his intelligence is just average. Just checking his stats right now.
What if we exploited his love of dragons and we built a fake female dragon that was presenting herself to Billy and lured Billy over to the dragon?
I get in it.
Yeah, I'm saying like Trojan horse. We're inside
Trojan
of it.
bomb.
Yeah, so when Billy tries to make love to it, we just shoot out of various orifices and attack him. Can I build a fake dragon to entice Billy?
I would let you use your minor illusion spell to create a fake dragon. It wouldn't be a super large dragon, but it would be a big enough dragon.
A rebound dragon. Billy's looking for a rebound relationship right now. He got his heart broken.
An appealing, attractive dragon can appear thanks to your illusion magic. Are you making it appear around you and the barbarian?
Yeah, I think it's around all of us, right?
Yeah, but and I'll go next and I'll pop out.
Yeah. So we're all inside this dragon, but Big Cat is closest to the hole.
Like my
Ready to
fist
come
is
out.
right behind the dragon's mouth. So when he goes in
Absolutely.
for the kiss, I'm gonna fucking just smash him in the face.
Absolutely. So from inside this like hologram, you can all see out of this dragon just fine. And you see Berserker Billy turn. And at first, Berserker Billy, your eyes would widen because you see a dragon appear out of thin air. But make an intelligence check. This would be a D20 plus 0 for you. And see if you can tell that this is an illusion, actually.
So I'm rolling.
Plus 0 because
I
you're
just wanna-
fucking
Rolling a
idiot.
D20
On the
plus
record,
0
I'm
on
shielding
this.
my
It
ass
is
from
intelligence
blasting
based.
with my
Okay.
shield.
Okay, you've
All right,
already
go ahead,
sidestepped.
roll,
That's fine.
Roll.
14.
Plus 0 though.
14. I am double checking what the number is that you need to get. Wayne, I'm sorry to say, he is just barely able to tell that this is a illusion. You can kind of see ripples on the surface. However, with that roll, I would say you can't see inside the dragon.
Okay.
You're just aware it's a fake.
But
That's
I
all.
noticed that you said that he can tell kind of that it might not be a real dragon, but does he even care? Because he's just so like butt sprung over dragons that he just might be like, you know what? I'll take what I can get.
Right.
In theory, you're looking at this, and it looks very realistic to you. You can make whatever decision you want regarding this dragon, but you do suspect something maybe a little uncanny about it.
We just need a little bit like a dragon, so he starts thinking with little Billy instead of big Billy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're maybe developing some thoughts about this dragon, but Norm, you'd be up now before Berserker Billy goes. What would you like to do?
Okay, I mean, I think I just got to smash him, right? Like, we got to start weakening him because he's about to go and try to fight back.
Right.
So we have to
Just go full on melee?
Yeah, like, can I just smash? Can I smash him?
Absolutely. If you jump from out of the illusion, I would actually give you advantage on this. You'd be the one person to get advantage right now. But you could roll 2d20s and take the higher number. I just asked before you roll, are you also going reckless? If you go reckless,
Yes.
you gain. Okay.
Yes.
Then I'll
Tim,
give
you
you
knew the answer to that. Yes.
Absolutely. Then I'm going to let you get something called double advantage. You can roll 3 d20s, and you're taking the highest
strong
one
guy.
of all of those.
Okay, here we go. I got 3 rolls. Give me that black die. There we go. Okay. Roll 1. 13.
13.
Roll 2.
Wait, a second.
11.
Why did you want that one? Is that weighted?
No, I didn't know.
Are you
rolled
weighting
it.
die?
3, so
Okay, it's not.
13.
13. Not bad.
13.
Not bad.
Okay. So the 13 was the best of them, and with a +5, that is an 18 total on your attack.
Yep.
As you swing your axe, an 18 is just barely a hit against Berserker Billy. So you are dealing damage, and you are wielding a great sword. I believe that is right. So as you bring your great sword down upon Berserker Billy, you got very good damage.
Yes.
It is a total of 14 points of damage.
Yes.
I'm sorry to say to Berserker Billy. Berserker Billy, your total hit points, if I can check those. I'm sorry, I just said 14. Yeah, you have 17 total hit points. Berserker Billy, you're already down to 3 hit points left.
Wow.
Basically
Okay,
dead
wait.
Yeah, you're basically dead.
I'm a cleric, right?
You're basically dead.
So Berserker Billy, that would then bring us to your turn. You've seen Norm jump out of the giant pinata illusion dragon and attack you. He got a pretty good strike on that, and you know you are brought down to your knee, at least by the strength of that attack. What would you like to do right now?
So I'm a healer, right?
You are a healer.
So can I heal myself?
You can heal yourself. I
Yep.
will warn you about this. Healing yourself would be what you would do instead of attacking, which makes you very useful to your teammates in combat, but unfortunately means you have to make a choice. Are you going to fight right now, or are you going to heal yourself to keep yourself alive?
I'd also like to
Well-
point out that if Billy tries to heal himself, he'll just buy some supplements from China that don't work at all.
Yes.
Well, I think I'm going to be pretty useless if I don't heal myself, because even if I kill one of them.
By
then
the way,
other
are we
guys
all
will-
in agreement that we just want to kill Billy, and then we'll have Jake be part of our
That's
crew?
fine, yeah.
All right, okay.
Or torture at least, but
Yeah, yeah. No,
preferably kill.
I'd like him dead. I want him DEAD dead.
Okay. Is there an escape option?
So, Berserker Billy, I have to agree with your healing option being one of the best ones, but escaping is something that you could do after you either attack or heal yourself. So you can still use a move to run for it. Granted, they would be able to chase you and still attack you unless you use your action and move.
Also punished by death.
So what are you going to do,
So
bitch boy?
is there? How's my dragon friend doing?
She's gone. Let her
come
go.
back?
Billy.
Disappearing into the distance, but you can still
She's
see
not
her.
into you.
You could run after her.
Okay. So I could heal and run away.
I will warn you, if you heal and run away, then they're just going to be able to also catch up to you and get attacked. If you focus on just running,
what's the point of escaping if they run after me?
Nothing. You're dead. Just fucking eat it,
They could
dude.
choose not to run after me?
Just fight back.
they might
You're either
choose
going
not
out
to
like a
run
man
after
or you're
you.
going out like
Exactly
a bitch.
right.
The choice is
Yeah.
yours.
Put up your fists and fight back.
If you focus on just running and not healing, then you would get to run with your move and your action, and then they wouldn't be able to chase you and attack you. They'd just be able to chase you and essentially keep speed with you, and you'd be running with them right behind you, basically.
Okay, well, you know what? It's fight or flight, and I have no flight, so I think I'm going to fight back.
Great.
But can I do like semi-healing to get a couple hit points?
Shut up. Just either do it or don't.
You could either heal yourself or you could attack, and if you attack, I would warn you, you can activate your war cleric ability to attack 2 times on your turn.
Okay, I just want to
It's a choice between attacking twice or healing.
I just want to try to kill Norm, and if I kill Norm, then I'm the strongest. So that's the only thing I want to accomplish. So I would like to kill concentrate all my attacks on Norm.
Great.
Go for it. Absolutely. That means you get 2 d20 rolls, and you have a +4 when attacking with your war hammer.
So what's Norm's hit points?
Norm's hit points, fair's fair. I'll check that for you as well. Norm's got a hefty 23 hit points.
It's going to be tough.
And
6. All right, so I
have to warn you also that you know that Norm is raging and takes half damage from your weapon.
This is... Okay, so I'm really in a no-win situation.
Really, yeah.
Is there any sort of like...
Almost like a situation that you made yourself when you tried to kill us.
Well, I thought... Well, you know what? Is there any way I can
suicide? You thought we were going to take your side?
Yeah, let's just
fighting ourselves?
Let's just remind people that Billy on the last episode tried to kill us. Mm-hmm. This is not unprovoked.
I just tried to kill Norm because I want to show I'm the strongest.
It was the start of
I have no beef with
battle
you.
against everybody.
I have no beef with you.
You thought I was just going to let my man sit out there and get attacked?
Come on, dude.
Well, he hasn't been the best to all of us.
I think he's been pretty good this
year. The
year.
only person I've been mean to is you.
You know what? Okay, you know what? I'm just going to attack him and then...
Billy, I also want to let you know one other thing. If you substitute your Warhammer attacks for one attack spell that you have the ability to reach out and inflict wounds on someone, basically rotting their body away with death magic. So that would only be one attack. It's all riding on a single roll.
Okay, let's do it.
If you hit Norm with that, it's much more powerful.
Billy, I want to put out maybe an alternative situation here. What if you just went after an enemy, a common enemy of ours right now, and you tried to get back in our good graces by taking out somebody that we're going up against that we'll have to kill?
Okay. What is there an option like that?
You do see many cultists still trying to flee from out of town, who the townsfolk are like throwing rocks at and stuff. You could rush after one of them and hope that your team is merciful if you do that.
I mean, it'd be great, honestly. Like, one way to get back on our good side is to help us fight this bigger battle, because we don't want to be wasting our time with you. We want to win the game. We want to get a kill screen.
Okay.
And hope that your teammates are merciful.
I don't think they're going to be merciful.
I want to win the game, Billy.
Yeah, who
Are
knows?
you guys going to be... I thought...
Billy.
Okay.
Billy.
I'm going to go... I'm just going to attack Norm with one big dice roll. Let's see.
Probably
what,
smart. I would have
So he's doing the black death.
Yeah, I take the roll. I
Your
take one
inflict
roll.
wounds spell.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, dark energy coats Norm's hand, or Berserker Billy's hand, and we all hear the bellowing of Kavaki somewhere in the sky. Kavaki, the Ram Lord.
Now think about this. I'm more confident that you guys would not give me any mercy.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
you were 100% right.
So it's the right choice.
Smart choice.
All right, here we go.
I would have crushed you.
And I ain't no bitch. Okay, 1, 2, 3, roll, and it's a 12.
Not great.
The 12
Yeah.
plus 4 is what you
Okay,
would add to your
16,
attack
okay.
spell. So a 16, and against Norm, I'm sorry to say your armor class is a 14, so that's a hit against you.
Okay.
And I will roll the damage to see how much damage you are taking now. It is going to be a lot, though, as it seems like all this
Okay, let's go
black
20, come on,
energy
20,
is
baby, 20.
spreading along your arm, rotting away your flesh. It seems like it's already 13
He's got grayscale.
plus 3,
Let's go.
16 damage.
Can you say it was
all.
half because I'm reckless right now?
So here's the thing. Normally,
Against
raging,
the
you
Black
take half
Death.
damage
Oh.
from weapons,
Okay.
not from spells
All right.
like inflict wounds. So
All right, I'm
you
fine.
Let's
are
go, strong guy.
currently-
I'm fine.
Come on, strong guy.
You had taken 16, so you're at 6 out of 16. Let me make a little note of that. And
That's not bad.
then you are at, I think, 3 or 4
Yeah, he's
right
down.
now.
He's at 3. No, I'm at 7. I had 23. I'm 7.
You're at 7. That's absolutely
Okay.
right. Exactly.
I'm
By you
fine.
dealt 16 damage. Good calls
All right.
if you want to write those down.
All right. Perfect. Awesome. Good job, Billy. Fucking idiot.
And so, Berserker Billy, that's your turn, and that is the end of your turn. We
Can I
see
just
more
kill myself?
cultists fleeing.
Can I
Coach
just kill
O
myself?
says, "Yo, you gotta stop fighting, guys. We gotta worry about those prisoners."
Can I just
and
kill myself?
Ehrlich, that'll bring us back to you. What would you like to do?
Is there anything like a little different than attack? Like pull his eyelids off, or like something where it's like he's gonna be alive, but he's gonna be in a lot more pain forever.
Oh yeah, I like
permanently.
that. Get his eyelids off and then make him go hang out with his
Yeah, like
dragon
maybe
lover.
we could take off both of his legs and then keep going with him, so he's just permanently in pain but not dead.
I'll say this, you could leap at him at this point with your dagger, and your dagger could probably deal enough damage to finish off Berserker Billy. So you could attack him with the dagger, and if you knock him out, then at that point you have a lot of liberty to do whatever kinds of torture you are hoping to do to his body.
Knock him unconscious.
Is there something I could do? Because I feel like it's only right to let Big Cat or PFT deliver the final blow.
No, please. I just want him dead. I just want him dead and out of the game.
All right, I'll
Can I
dagger
kill
him.
myself?
Dagger
Can I
time.
kill myself?
Peanut butter dagger
I
time.
don't care.
Absolutely. If you roll the d20 plus 4, that is your dagger attack bonus.
10.
10 total?
10 total.
No,
10
10 plus
total.
4.
10 plus 4.
So
Plus
14
4, absolutely.
total.
So 14 is not quite a hit against Berserker Billy. You are lunging at him. You're a gnome, so it's like you try to jump up, grab his belt,
I'm a
and then
warlock.
pull yourself up onto his shoulder to get him like right in the eye, and he knocks you free and throws
Small
you
body.
back.
Wait,
Small
aren't
body.
I a warlock?
Small body.
You are a gnome warlock, yes, and you were kind of using a ritual knife, a ceremonial warlock
Never gnome
knife.
alone.
We're going to get back to D&D in a second, but before we do, I want to talk to you about MeUndies, my favorite underwear company in the entire world. Have you ever considered the underwear that graces your nether regions? Well, you've got some important stuff down there. You got to take care of it. And thankfully, MeUndies thinks about it all the time, which is why they're changing the game with their softer than soft, sustainable undies in fun prints and lots of colors so you can be totally comfy being you inside and out. It's always a good dick day in MeUndies. That's what I always say because it's true. MeUndies is my favorite pair of underwear that I've ever worn in my entire life. You know what's the worst possible thing ever? It's an empty underwear drawer because it's all in the dirty laundry. Well, it's a good thing that you can just get a MeUndies membership and eradicate that terribleness forever. MeUndies membership is a monthly subscription. It sends new pairs right to your door, so you get to keep your undies drawer stocked, fresh and fun. Plus, with member access to site-wide savings and exclusive sales, you can easily and affordably build a quality collection of super soft undies over time. That's one heck of an undie upgrade if you ask us. MeUndies offers matching pairs where you and your partner can order undies with the same exact prints. In other words, you can match your bottom half to your better half. They're available in sizes extra small to 4XL, and it's a great offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off, plus you get free shipping. It's a no-brainer, especially because they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. To get your 15% off your first order, free shipping, and that guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/take. That's MeUndies.com/take. What if we just cut Billy's tongue out, and then he's just not allowed to talk or say his turns, and we control him that way? We have to interpret for him.
In theory, Wayne, it is now your turn. If you have a sword that could do that quite effectively.
Small body.
Yeah, I just like to fuck him up. Honestly, I just like to kill Billy. Like whatever attack gets me closer to murdering Billy, that's the one I want to do.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Looking at your weapons, you do have a sword called a rapier, a fencing sword. There's a very sharp blade. You could pull that out, and you could attack him with a +4 on the D20.
Yes, I would like to do that. I would like to take my sharpest weapon and put it in the most sensitive part of Billy's body and kill him.
His
Absolutely. He's obviously trying to block your attack right now, so if you get a critical hit, you will hit him right where you were hoping to hit him. That's if you get a 20. Otherwise, the higher you get, the closer you got to his vulnerable
Okay,
spot.
so what am I at? I'm at a +4, is that what you said?
+4, exactly
okay,
right.
+4.
Come on, PFT.
Here we go. 7.
Come on.
7 + 4 and 11. He's got good armor. His hide is all rock, and this attack is not getting through. You try to stab him in the mouth, and he just steps back.
I have more of a chance than I thought here. Let's see, strong guy.
All right, I guess I got to do it. You guys have not helped me. God damn it. We got to
Get in
kill
the
this
weight room,
fucking
losers.
loser. I want Jake in this game.
Betas.
All right. Kill him. I want to kill him.
I don't
You can
think
roll
you
a
can kill me.
D20 +5 with your great sword attack.
All right, what do I
+5.
need here? What do I need?
If you get under like a 14.
No, we just barely got him with an 18. So 18 was the magic number last time. I will ask again an important question. Are you going reckless at this point?
That means I get another roll, right? I get 2 rolls?
You get two
I'll go
rolls,
reckless.
exactly
I'll go reckless.
So yeah,
reckless.
what is the Elam ending here? What
Yeah.
point total do we have to get on the dice
If I get above
to eliminate him?
Yeah.
I
You
might
got
get
a
out of this.
+5 on this, and you need to get an 18 to hit him. So a 13 or higher on the
Okay,
dice.
so I get 2 rolls,
To
13,
get a 13
or higher.
higher. Here we go.
Fucking hate
Dude, I
Fucking
might
dead,
kill
Billy.
you,
No,
dude.
you're fucking dead.
12!
That's a weighted! That's a weighted die! That's
Suck
a
my
weighted
dick,
die!
Billy!
That's a
You're
weighted
fucking
die!
dead, you
You're
bitch!
dead, Billy.
Get out of here!
Fuck.
Get out of
Ram
here!
Lord in the sky's
You're
not gonna do
dead.
shit.
You are dead. Didn't even need my second roll.
Billy, I'm sorry to say you just took 16
that's a
points
lot.
of damage, which I'm just double checking whether that is. It's not an insta-kill, but it is enough to take you down to the ground and you are knocked out, at which point people can just decide whether to
Teabagging
finish
the
you off
fuck
or
out of you
not,
right now.
but you're unconscious. Just making
I
sure.
almost got out of this.
Teabagging
Yeah,
Billy
can we
right
draw
now.
on his face?
Yeah, let's humiliate him.
Now, Berserker Billy, there's actually one chance you still have. As Norm's turn finishes and your turn comes, you need to roll a d20, and if you get a 9 or higher, or less, you slip closer to death. If you get a 10 or higher, you're doing okay, and if you get a 20, you actually wake up and you get your whole turn.
Yeah,
So there's still a
Now,
chance
Now,
right
if
now.
this is weighted, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah,
we just rolled.
We
and
have a
got
weighted
20.
20-sided dice. You know
Remember,
how hard that would be?
I'm rolling the black dice that Big Cat asked for earlier.
Well, you were rolling.
No, that doesn't count.
That's a 6.
Nine.
That's a 6.
Nine.
Six.
No,
It's
it's
a
a 9.
six.
It's a
It's
6.
a 9.
It's a, no, the dot
Dude,
is down
the
there.
dot
That's
is
a
at the
6.
bottom. No, you're showing
I
the
didn't-
wrong
that
one.
was
that was the
six.
one I
Dot is
did.
at the bottom.
That's a
Billy,
9.
that was
Dots
a
at the
6.
bottom.
Doesn't
matter.
matter.
I don't even think it
It
matters.
doesn't matter, right? He's just dead.
The dot is at the bottom, and unfortunately, that means he is slipping closer to death. If someone hits you with a weapon at this point, Berserker Billy, the character, is officially dead. And at this point, we see from the walls an elf wizard waving at us. Woo-hoo! And this will be Billy's character if Berserker Billy dies, is in theory this very frail-looking elf wizard with a book on his back.
Wait.
that is,
So if I
waving.
die, I become a frail elf wizard?
No, you're dead, and you're
dead.
never playing
Yeah,
this game
and
again.
Jake is sitting in your seat, and Jake is going to be the new reporter guy that we have.
And then someone's going to build a statue to memorialize you, and we're going to tear that
that's
down.
nice.
yeah, we're going to fucking kill that as well.
That, in theory, is the elf wizard, is the reporter character.
Yes,
Yeah, so
yes,
He's
the
got a
elf
lot
wizard.
of papers on him. He's got some glasses on, and it looks like he's been recording this whole thing for history's sake.
And he gets all my Twitter
So whoever's
followers.
controlling that elf character, they'll be the next person to show up. But if Berserker Billy rolls that 2 more times, or if somebody so much as swings one weapon at his prone body, then that is the end of Berserker Billy's story. And he hasn't woken up, unfortunately. So that brings us to Ehrlich. Ehrlich, you're standing over him with a knife right now in your hand. And this would not be the first time that you as a warlock have probably ritual sacrificed someone. So you're like a pro at this kind
Not
of
my
it's like
first
your job.
rodeo. All right, so I'm rolling.
Absolutely. If you want to attack him on the ground, it's very easy. You roll with advantage, and if you hit him, then that is the final blow against Berserker Billy in that case.
What's the advantage?
The advantage is you roll 2 times and take the higher number.
Thank God. All right, I got a 3 the first time.
Okay.
20.
No, check that.
Yes.
Jake, check it. I trust.
And in that case, the gnome has definitely done this before, I think. And you just reach down and slowly. How do you want to kill Berserker Billy?
Describe it very slowly. Hold on. Describe it slowly, and really take your time on how you're going to kill him.
I would like to go take the ears off first, then the eyeballs, then the nose, and then just slit his throat.
Oh, yes.
Does that play?
What if you gave him the Colombian necktie and wrapped his tongue around his neck and strangled him with it?
Yeah.
It's your call, Hank.
I said it. Yeah.
I get
Give it
it.
a cut. All right. Then you see grayish, reddish blood flowing forth from the Goliath's form as it seems like his life leaves his body, and Berserker Billy goes cold before you. I believe also, Ehrlich, you have an ability where you don't reap the souls of people you kill, but you get extra hit points from them. So you feel a little charged up as you deal the killing blow to the cleric of Kavaki, but he lies dead before all of you now, and the whole town was watching, and they go, ooh.
Is there a gulag in this game?
Villagers are like pretty horrified by what they just witnessed.
Yeah.
Good, so now they're scared of me.
Get out of here, Billy.
Do I go to the gulag?
Na. Hey, Billy's dead.
Can my soul flip off the crowd?
Nope. See you, Billy.
Okay.
You're dead.
Wait, I'm actually out?
Yes, Jake's in.
Oh, well, do I leave the room?
No, you
Fucking
can sit
dead.
on the couch.
Okay.
You're dead. You should never have tried to cross us.
Now we should make Jake write a history of what just happened, but have Billy be like a pedophile in the history book.
He's the best friends of Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, so we had to kill Billy because of his crimes against humanity.
Jake
So now-
opens up a binder and it's just all full of pictures of Gilly Maxwell and Billy Berserker hanging out at parties.
From now on, for all of recorded history, people will refer to the devil as just Billy.
Yes. Well, welcome, Jake.
Thank you.
I
Happy to be here.
will, first of all, say, Jake, excited to have you. This is very great. And I'll also just throw out there for saying goodbye to Billy. At the very least, I'd put out the offer that if a particular monster catches our attention and we'd like Billy to get to roll for that monster or even to take on some decision-making for that monster, I'd be happy to give Billy a monster now that unfortunately he's lost his character and been retired from the game.
Okay.
But Jake, welcome.
Yeah.
Glad to
Thank
have
you,
you.
Tim.
And I'm very excited, to hear what kind of a character you'd like to play. But so far, I do have this elf wizard prepared who is a great spellcaster, historian, and master of knowledge of all things magical. They are a little bit intelligence-focused compared to some of the other characters that we have in play, but that means that you can do the best job like rolling knowledge checks to find out secret information about things and places that we go to.
Yeah, to be honest, the physical description you said with the glasses was really spot on. So I think we're on the right track.
I love it. Fantastic. So your character, and at some point I will ask what is your elf wizard's name, but you can take some time on that. You don't have to have an answer right now. But they've been, hanging out in the village of Greenest, probably for a lot of reasons, didn't leave this castle when it was under attack. And you've just seen this party of adventurers come riding into town, save the day, and then apparently hold one of their own accountable for treason and executed him before the whole town's eyes. And you're going to be able to record everything about this town's reaction of horror to this, although it seems like reluctantly at first, and then increasingly the town is gathering in closer. They want to remove the body of Berserker Billy, but then otherwise thank the rest of us for driving off the dragon, driving off the cultists, saving the town. And there is one young man who, I'm going to say to the bard, definitely, but you record this all happening, Wizard. But to our bard, Wayne, he just approaches you, and it's a young man, maybe a teenager, and he just says, hey, I just want to say it was really entertaining what you did. I had a really good time watching you guys. I just want to, and he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a healing potion and he just hands it to you. And then he just walks off, says nothing else. He just walks away.
Bush Light.
and hands you this healing potion.
Yes.
And
I
it's
love it.
warm. It's like warm
Yep.
for some
Yes.
reason.
Yes.
Healing potions aren't supposed to be warm. So
Yes.
you've now got at least one free healing potion as a reward from this town. So that seems to be like what they wanted to give you just free of charge. And we can do whatever we want at this point, but the finishing blow is delivered by Ehrlich. So Wayne, the celebration is beginning. It's a little dampened by the death of Berserker
Not
Billy,
really.
but otherwise the town is pretty excited to celebrate their survival at least.
Okay, so
Yeah.
with the healing potion, my good friend Norm the Barbarian,
Yeah.
he's injured, right? Can I give it to
Yes.
him to shotgun?
Yes.
You know, you absolutely could give it to him to shotgun. He can totally drink it right now, and he would regain a total of going to be about 7 hit points in all.
Okay.
Not that much, unfortunately,
Okay.
but
Still helps.
A little bit better than you were doing. And once you rest tonight, you will be back up to full hit points and full spell slots for everyone, with the exception, of course, of our deceased characters.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you. That was a delicious bush light.
You're welcome. So what's the game plan here, guys? What should we do?
We got to figure out. We got to go.
There's that goblin that's fucking around with people, right?
Well, no, they said they took prisoners, so we have to
They
find.
took prisoners back to the cult camp. And in fact, Wayne, you see one person in particular on a crutch. It seems like a guy with a shaved head is kind of limping around camp saying, like, we need, please, the prisoners. And he's really riled up about the prisoners. He seems to be like, I lost somebody, my master. You keep hearing him say, my master Leozen was captured by the cultists. They're camped somewhere nearby here. And Coach Sir O is tapping him on the shoulder like, it's okay, I'm putting a group together. And you know he has his eyes on you. He's hoping that when you're done partying, maybe after resting tonight, you'd be ready to set out to try to rescue these prisoners.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go for Leozen. That guy sounds like bad news.
Absolutely. So you're looking to go save. It sounds like this one guy is saying his master Leozen was gone.
Okay,
You can ask
okay.
him more about that if you want, but otherwise you can just set out right now, or
Well-
you could set out the next morning when we've all had a chance to heal.
I'd like to ask what relation Leozen has to this guy as a master. What is his significance in this story?
Absolutely. Go right ahead and roll a persuasion check on him. That's going to be a D20 plus 5 for you.
I got 13, so 18 total.
I'm sorry, it's actually a plus 4, so you got a 17 on that, but still very good. And he says, well, my name's Pilo, and I'm a young monk in training. And he tries to like put the crutch to the side and do like a kung fu stance, kind of. It's obvious that he is trained in martial arts, but he does not really have the ability with his broken leg in a splint to effectively fight right now, it seems. And he says, I got hurt during the attack by the cultists, but my master Leozen, he is a member of a group called the Harpers. The Harpers are a secret society throughout the world of Faerun, and we keep our eyes on evil people like the cult of the dragon. My master has been spying on this cult for quite some time, and he has valuable information on how this cult could be defeated. Unfortunately, they've taken him as a prisoner. I think he thinks he's still spying on them, but he's only got a matter of time before they execute him. If you could rescue my master, that would mean so much to me.
I feel like we go rescue him. Do we rest up for the night? Get some shut-eye?
I'm down for whatever.
I mean, I feel like everyone's on a high right now after killing Billy. There's like an extra jolt of energy.
That's right. Hank just got beefed up from him. Hank
Yep.
gained his mass
Yep.
and all his protein.
I'm feeling okay.
Okay.
Hank
yeah.
got like 3 extra hit points, and unfortunately, the only injured person we have right now is Norm, who's maybe not too worried about that.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Strongest one.
Okay, so yeah, let's roll out.
Yeah.
Let's go see what's going on. Try to rescue Leonson.
Let's do it.
Absolutely. Pilo is so excited that you are going to go investigate this right now without even resting. He thinks that's very heroic of you. If you have any other questions for him, you are more than welcome to ask. You got a good roll, but if you are setting out, then we can start traveling following the trail of this cult. And as we follow their massed footprints of this army of like 200 cultists and drakes and kobolds who had been fleeing into the wilderness, it becomes very clear that up ahead there is a watchtower of some kind. And it looks like there is at least one human in a dragon-shaped helmet who's up there keeping an eye out with a spyglass. We also, I'm going to say, can see from kind of the tree line that he has at least one kobold next to him. But we don't know how many people are up in that watchtower exactly, but we do know the cult camp seems to be up ahead right now.
So is it me or you, PFT?
And so it's Norm's turn now, actually.
Okay.
Norm, what would you like to do?
Can I throw a rock at the dude standing in the window?
Absolutely. You could try to throw a rock at him, for sure. Yeah, in this tower, it's kind of looking out over the trees. It has plenty of open window space. You could chuck a rock in and knock him out, possibly.
Yeah.
I'd warn you, then the kobold would probably see that happen. Are you trying to do it in a way that the kobold wouldn't see?
Those are the little lizard bitches,
we have one, right?
Yeah.
What if you threw him up there?
Oh.
We have Bob Costa. Would
Yes.
he have come with us?
Yes. Can
Yeah.
I throw him? Can I throw him, knock the dude out, and then he can be like, yo, Cobalt, if you want to survive, fucking listen up. We're about to roll on these idiots.
Absolutely. In that case, yes, you could use him as a projectile, and that would hopefully knock out the human, and then he can uncurl from his cannonball position, talk to them.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll. If you're raging when you do this, you can roll with advantage. You have 2 rolls
Okay,
on this
here we
athletics
go.
check.
What am I looking for here?
You're looking for at least a 15 to hit this guy, you think. You have a +5 on this.
Okay,
So roll
all right.
2 times, and you're trying to get a 15 or higher, probably.
Yeah,
One.
7.
Oh, 7.
14.
14. And that was 14 after the +5 or
No,
before the +5?
14 before the +5.
So 19 total. Yes, you throw Bob Costa up there, and he just collides with that human's head. And they both get really hurt. The human gets knocked out and falls to the ground. Bob Costa, because you rolled just well enough, is lying on the ground with his eyes flickering slightly. A 20 would have kept him fully awake, but as he passes out, since you got a 19, he just says, "It's cool, it's cool." And you hear the chittering of like 4 kobolds up there just trying to figure out, like, what was this guy's deal? Why did he just jump in here and knock the human out? He's a weirdo, but they don't think that this is a threat necessarily. And they seem to be focusing on Bob Costa now. He's just mostly unconscious now at this point, unfortunately. But it does seem like now we could just try to maybe sneak right by this watchtower potentially. And so that would be a nice segue to get us to the Elf Wizard's turn.
Let's
so
go,
Elf
Jake.
Wizard, I would let you know at this point, would you have let this, in theory, you could, of course, do whatever you want in town, or you could follow this group back to the cult's camp. Would you have made it, if you were following them, would you have made it clear that you were following them, or were you following them, like, secretly?
You know, as journalists, you're really supposed to be transparent with the subject.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to go behind their back, and you got to do everything ethically.
That's smart.
Very smart.
Absolutely,
Jake
that's
news.
a great call because you're not the sneakiest necessarily, so that's pretty good to be upfront and honest about it. So I would say that you can approach them in the woods. You hear who this is, an elven historian from town who is joining your party, and you have seen them sneak up to this watchtower and apparently distract the people in the watchtower. Would you want to start approaching the camp and getting a better view of it?
Yeah, that would be great. You always want to have the best view if possible.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. In fact, since you said that, I just highlight you're sneaking past the watchtower. You hear these 4 kobolds poking Bob Costa, the kobold up there, but they're not paying attention to you. But that watchtower would be the best viewing point, you think. But up ahead, you can still clearly see a whole lot of tents. Some of the tents are big, some of the tents are small. There are humans and kobolds all around these tents, and some of the tents seem to have cook fires nearby. Looks like a lot of these cultists are cooking dinner after their big battle with all of us in the town. And you can see in the distance one really big tent that has extra nice red and gold insignias of dragon heads on it. And just beyond that tent, there's a cave entrance that leads into the wall of like a kind of canyon cliffside. So what you're looking into is a kind of valley where all of the cultist camp is splayed out in front of you. There are way too many cultists for us to fight alone. That much is clear to you. What would you like to do here?
So to be clear, it's either go on the watchtower or right through their camp, correct?
In theory, yes, unless you've got a better idea. And in theory, you're not the best at like disguising yourself or any of the things that might be like tricky for getting your way through the camp.
It's a little noisy up in that watchtower. Should you go up there and shush them and say, "Hey, there's no like bickering in the press box"? Yeah,
I could do that, or I can get a floor view of everything happening in front of me.
See what's happening in the town from a close-up angle.
Yeah.
Your call, Jake.
I'll say this. You could, if all you want to do is focus on finding out more information around here, you could roll a perception check, and that would tell you more hidden things that might be around here. Or you could try to clear out the watchtower to get a better view that way. And I just say, as the wizard, you have the most options for hitting lots of people all at once. You could climb that watchtower and do a sonic boom spell where you clap, and instantly everybody around you is just thrown out of the watchtower, basically.
That sounds fun. Let's do that.
That's a very good one. Absolutely. If you climb up the watchtower, all of the kobolds are distracted by Bob Costa. So as he's lying there, I'm going to say he's immune. Are you trying to hit him with this spell, our unconscious kobold friend, or are you trying to save his life?
I think we save him.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
He's ride or die.
Save
He's
him.
Diet
Love it.
Coke.
Yeah.
You see 4 other kobolds who are all not looking at you as you let off your thunder wave spell. It's like a whoosh, throwing everybody back, a blast of wind, and they roll 2 times and take the lower number. And because of the disadvantage that they had for being surprised by the barbarian's throw, you see the unconscious human up here as well. You clap your hands, and all of the kobolds, all 4 of them, go flying out of the tower, crashing down below, unconscious or dead. The tower is now cleared out, and you can clearly see all of the camp before you, all of the dozens of tents, the cook fires, the big, what you think is like a command tent where the leaders might be, and you can see the cave entrance, but now you can see 2 other things as well. You can see behind one of the smaller tents all of these 5 people who look like they are tied with their hands behind their back to poles, big tent poles that have been driven into the ground, and they're tied by their hands so that they can't escape. It looks like 5 prisoners more or less unconscious with kobolds poking them. And the other thing that you notice is that up on one of the mountain ridges nearby, there is a dragon who is lazily sleeping and scratching her chin occasionally and then turning her head over in sleep. But she's sound asleep right now. But this is the blue dragon Lenithon that you can see.
Whoa. Should we leave it here? Should we stop here that we just stumbled upon a dragon?
Seems like a good stopping
Good-
point, because
good
otherwise
point.
we're just going to attack the dragon and then
Yeah,
we'll
and
be
then
in the
it's
middle
going
of
to start a
something.
whole thing. And, I mean, it's the perfect place to end. We literally just found another dragon that our dearly departed friend Billy the Berserker would love to try to fuck. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us.
I might try to fuck this dragon.
Yeah, you know what? We should all try to fuck
You
this
wanna
dragon.
gangbang the dragon?
Just for fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a
next
great
week
time.
we're going to fuck this dragon in the name of Billy.
Absolutely. It does seem like this is the dragon who Billy had become friends with. So yeah, we're now going to get on her good side.
Yes, we're gonna fuck him.
Perfect. Perfect. All right.
Seems
well-
like we're going to
yeah.
slip right in there.
All right, Tim, thank you as always. It's been fun. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it, man.
Such a pleasure as always. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, Tim.
See you, Tim.
Love you guys.
Talking away. I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway. Today's another day. I found you shying away. I'll be coming for you, okay? What was that?